Hey everybody, Tim here with tonight's episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 4, Episode 16, Galaxy's Child. So this is actually a sequel episode from last season, Season 3, Episode 6, Booby Trap. So if you guys remember, that's the episode where the Enterprise gets trapped, hence Booby Trap. And to get out of it, Geordi creates a holographic image of one of the warp designers, the engine designers of the Enterprise, Dr. Brahms. And he basically takes like her personality files and pictures and stuff and creates like a holographic representation of her. And by the end of the episode, he kind of falls in love with her, but he still realizes it's a program and shuts it down. So this is a sequel to that episode where the real Leia Brahms has now come aboard. And the whole episode's like super awkward and everything, and Geordi's like, oh, I know you like this, and I know you like that, and he keeps trying to impress her, because to him, he already knows who she is. But then she ends up being very different than what he expected in some personality ways, but he keeps trying to get around it. It ends up being kind of sad, because at the end, it turns out that she's married, and he studied all of this facts about her, but he didn't actually look up that little detail. So it's just kind of an interesting sequel. Below that, we have the subplot of this episode. We have encountered a new life form. To be honest, it kind of looks like a giant slug. And it starts attacking the Enterprise. And so Picard just gives it like a little shock with the phaser just to kind of back it off a little bit. But he ends up killing it. And it's a really sad episode because you can just see Picard like, this is what we're here for, to encounter new life forms, to go where no one has gone before, and then we just fucking killed it. So it's a little sad, but then he realizes that it was pregnant. And so now they basically do like a cesarean section, and they use like, I think they say 2% phaser power to kind of cut it open, and the baby comes out and latches on to the Enterprise, basically trying to nurse it. And Geordi and Dr. Brahms have to come up with a way to sour the milk to kind of push it off. Of course they do, because the Enterprise is still around. And it's an okay episode. To me, this wasn't a super great episode. It's just kind of an interesting sequel to put it up against with Booby Trap and then Galaxy's Child. If you guys have seen this one, what did you guys think? What do you guys think about these long distance sequel episodes? It's something the original series never did. I mean, granted, it didn't even last as long, but they didn't do a lot of sequels, kind of like the Mud episodes. That was about it. Whereas the Next Generation and into Deep Space Nine, a lot in Voyager, because that's just kind of the way our society is. If you look at 60s, 70s, 80s TV shows, there wasn't a lot of long storylines. It was very episodic. Whereas now, a lot of shows, the seasons are shorter. They're only like 12 episodes, not 26 episodes. And it's one long story. It's almost more of a mini-series than an actual television show. And so where we're at in the 90s, that's kind of that middle ground where there's a lot of sequel episodes, but sometimes it's over seasons. So go ahead, let me know what you guys think about that particular update for storytelling, what you guys think about Brahms, and I will see you guys next time for the creepy episode, Night Terrors.